Accusations of puppies living in inhumane conditions inside stores in San Diego County, some even dying weeks after being born.
Yeah, NBC7 Investigates reporter Ashley Matthews has been uncovering new details about the conditions inside some puppy stores in our community. Ashley?
Yeah, that's right. Mark and Catherine. NBC7 Investigates has been digging into the conditions inside some local pet stores. The stores are located in two cities in San Diego County, Escondido and National City. In one store, we found between 20 to 30 puppies living in small cages. Some San Diegans have been working tirelessly to shut down these stores. One owner, however, says he's doing nothing wrong and stands behind his business.
20 puppies being treated for minor to moderate medical conditions, and 6 that were told to me by staff that were in critical condition.
That was audio from a 2016 National City Council meeting when Animal Control Officer Jane Gordon discussed her findings after inspecting National City Puppy. There were 86 puppies and 3 kittens on site that day, she says.
I'm a little concerned. Some of the larger breed puppies, there was about 3 to 4 to a cage.
National City Puppy was never cited by the city, and its owner told NBC7 Investigates. A vet checks all its puppies, and it seeks medical treatment for any that are sick. At the 2016 meeting, Gordon continued describing the questionable practices some stores go through to receive the dogs. She says they're usually from the Midwest. They go from a breeder to a kennel to the broker and then to the pet store. This video, shot by animal rights activists, shows puppies arriving by truck to one of those stores.
Reputable breeders never ever sell to a pet store. They won't sell to someone sight unseen. They want to meet you, and they want you to meet them and see where the dogs are raised.
Andrea Cunningham leads Not One Animal Harmed, an animal advocacy group. She says conditions like this have raised concerns for a number of cities across the county, several passing ordinances banning pet stores, but not 2 with stores, National City and Escondido. David Salinas owns shops in both cities, Broadway Puppies in Escondido and National City Puppy. NBC7 Investigates spoke to Salinas over the phone. He wouldn't disclose where his puppies come from.
Not for this interview, but we can certainly, to our customers that come into our store.
Salinas says his stores display the puppy's breeder and basic information in plain sight, something that is not required by law. When NBC7 Investigates visited Broadway Puppies, nearly 20 puppies on display in the store had no breeder information.
I'm sure that he just caught us at a time where, the puppies were just being put in or they were being moved around.
Rio Quinn and her husband say they remember the moment they first saw Vizsla puppy Scooter inside a cage at another store, Carlsbad Pets.
He was coughing. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. I couldn't just leave him there. So we went in and we bought him.
After visits to 2 different veterinarians, Scooter was diagnosed with kennel cough, severe pneumonia, and tested positive for distemper, a viral disease preventable with a vaccine.
It was all just absolutely horrible. And he ended up not even living 30 days with us. And he was hospitalized for almost 2 weeks of that.
The couple was forced to give Scooter to a Vizsla rescue who determined his illnesses were too severe. He had to be euthanized.
There was nothing they could do. His lungs were failing. He needed about $26,000 worth of care.
Their beloved puppy was gone.
Scooter came from a puppy mill in Iowa with over 300 dogs on the premises at the time of their last known USDA inspection.
Cunningham says Scooter was marketed as a puppy from a home-based breeder.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I can't put 300 dogs in my house, can you?
Last year, the city of Carlsbad voted to ban the retail sale of dogs and cats from commercial breeders, causing Carlsbad Pets to close. In National City, after hearing Animal Control Officer Gordon's findings, the council voted against a similar ordinance. In Escondido, no ordinance has been proposed, despite some community members pushing for one. NBC7 Investigates found documents showing $3,000 worth of campaign contributions by Salinas to Escondido council member Mike Marasco. Salinas says his reasoning behind the payments is simple.
We have no problem supporting any candidate that supports us, and not just Marasco or any other city councilman.
And that, Salinas says, takes priority. Councilmember Marasco told NBC7 Investigates he feels an ordinance regulating pet stores isn't a local legislative issue. It's a state or federal one. Meantime, Salinas and another store, Escondido Pets, told us they are working with lobbyists in Sacramento to try to stop legislation that would prohibit pet store owners from selling dogs, cats, or rabbits in a pet store unless they come from a shelter.
But we're a puppy store. We're not a pet product store. So when you take away the right to sell, puppies, kittens, and rabbits for the retail sale, to the consumer, then that puts us out of business.
Quinn sued Carlsbad Pets after Scooter's death in order to get the money she spent on the puppy back. A judge ruled in her favor, requiring the pet store to pay Quinn more than $3,000. She is still waiting for the complete payment. Now, as for that legislation, the bill is currently on the assembly floor and will need to be voted on by next Friday, or Mark and Catherine, it will have to be reintroduced next year.
In many ways, up until this point, it really has been a self-regulating industry in many ways, yeah?
And something we didn't realize was that all of this is going on out of state, so that's why the puppy mill issue is an out-of-state issue in a way.
Yeah, all these breeders are coming from Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, all from the Midwest, bringing these puppies in that way.
Okay. Thanks for showing us this story, troubling as it is. Ashley Matthews.